Once I have selected this topology, it is asking me what is the name of the VPC. It is going to be Demo Shiva. Okay, I am just giving the name as Demo Shiva, and this is the public subnet, which is the IP starts with 000 and it is 24 is a class C subnet. Don't ask me what is 24. It's a 24. That's it. Just a moment. Okay, fine. So here, sorry. So here what is happening is, I'm just going to create a public subnet and the private subnet. This is the IP of my public subnet, and the availability zone. What is our availability zone is, the Amazon is having a different data centers. Okay, in the west coast of America, you have 2A, 2B, 2C. So for the free things, so you can just choose what is the best availability zone that you can create it. Because if you have paid it, you can just have the availability zone also. So if it is if one thing is going down, automatically other things can just come up. So you can minimize your latency. So those part of things that you can be used by Amazon zone, availability zone. But that's fine. So the name of the public subnet is going to be the name. It is just a name. So let it be like this, leave it. And the private subnet name is also, let it be like this, just leave it. You see, the private subnet is nothing but, it starts with the series 1.0, correct? So in this series it is public subnet, and this in this IP address series it is going to be the private subnet. So now you need to use the NAT gateway, right? NAT gateway, you need to use it. Okay. So what you need to use it? You can use the NAT gateway. Yes. So I'm just going to create one NAT gateway automatically. So yes, I'm creating a NAT gateway here. Okay. And now I'm just going to launch create my VPC. You see? Now you see the creating VPC, creating routing table, creating public subnet, elastic, and you see NAT instance is running. It's taking, yeah. So now my complete network is getting created now. It will take a while to do this, and once it is completed, we can just see it. You see? So now my VPC got created now. The complete VPC is getting created now. You see, my VPC got successfully created. So once you have created this VPC, okay, you have two subnets, correct? You have basically two subnets. So what is the name of this VPC is going to be Demo Shiva. Okay. Basically in this VPC, you have two subnets here. So what is the subnet here now? I have a lot of VPCs which is already created. So I'm just going to have the VPC called Demo Shiva, correct? Two things are there. This one Demo Shiva and this one Demo Shiva. So this is a public subnet and this is a private subnet of this VPC. Now what you need to do, so how they can ask you, so how the networking is getting set up. So here by routing tables, you see this is the default routing tables for your subnet. Okay, you can define what you can do, or you can just create a routing table, and it will be acting as a firewall. Okay, and the internet gateway. So with this one only, okay, this is the internet gateway which already got created. You see, the internet gateway will be created automatically while it is getting launched. The VPC is getting launched. If you are not using this VPC wizard, you have to do it manually everything, which will be the tedious process. So always you can use just VPC wizard to create it. So the internet gateway is this one, so which will be automatically created. With this one only, this is nothing but a NAT gateway. So with this one, we can connect with the outside people. Okay, fine. And this next point and all just leave it. And the NAT gateway. Okay, NAT gateway is something which is already got created and you don't have to create it again. Okay, since these are all the manual points, just I am explaining you. But now what we have to do here is you have to create the servers, correct? What is there which I have told you now here. So which is going to be, oh, where is it? It's not there. Yeah. So I have created a VPC point number 1. This is a point number 1. See, the point number 1 is VPC. This is going to be the private subnet and this is going to be the public subnet. Okay, see, the two things are public and the private subnet is there. This is the first point and second point that I have did it now. So now what we have to do here is, just a moment. So mode is going to be not right. So now what we have to do is I need to create this EC2 instance, right? So I need to create this EC2 instance on the particular node. Now what I have to do, so now I'm just going to create my new EC2 instance and I'm just going to launch it, you will see. So I'm just going to create a new EC2 instance and till now I'm just launching with a normal name. But now I'm just going to choose my, okay, so review and launch. And in the launch instance configuration, I'm just going to use network. I'm not going to launch this in the normal network. I'm just going to launch it in the private cloud network. So which is going to be a demo Shiva. So this network I'm just going to launch. And the subnet I'm just going to use in this network. There are two subnets. Either you have to use it in a public or private. So this is the question. So I'm just going to use it in a public subnet. You see? Yes. So I'm just going to use this in a public subnet. And that's it. So now review and launch. So now the review on launch. So now I am just going to launch it. So where I have created, is it in the public or private? You understand? You saw that? I missed it. Where I have created, public or private?
Public server.
Public, yeah, sure. 1 second.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it's in public. Okay, fine. So review on launch, I am just going to do it in the public subnet with the same AWS key. Fine. So I have created it. Okay, and I am just going to name this server as VPC public VPC Shiva PUB public. Okay, so PUB public. Fine. So I have just created it, and I am just going to launch the one more instance, which is for a private cloud. So now I am just going to use the same VPC, which is demo Shiva, but it is going to be in a private subnet. Okay. So now review on launch it with the same AWS key, launch the instance. Now what happened? So I have launched VPC Shiva PRIVAT private. So this is my private server and that is my public server, correct? So now what will here happen is, this is a public server, right? Where is my public DNS? If I am trying to connect it, what it is telling? You see what it is telling? It is just giving the private IP. With the private IP, you cannot even ping it, or you cannot even connect it with the private IP. Now I am just trying to connect it. Now what I am doing is, here I am a common man. So this is Sundar here. So now this Sundar is trying to connect to this public EC2 instance which got created, correct? I have the EC2 instance which is getting created here and I am trying to connect it. Let's see whether it is connecting or not. Is it connecting? It will not be connecting. Even this IP will not be pinged. I could not able to ping this. Even ping will be failed. You see, request timeout. You understand? But it's why I could not able to go inside. Any answer for this?
Okay, there should be some route 53 that works here.
Who is that?
Mahendra Sala.
Apart from that, there is other thing should be there. It's a primary. What you are telling is the secondary.
Okay.
You are trying to access the private IP. Ideally, we should be accessing public IP.
Vikram cannot talk because Vikram knows already this. I remember, Vikram, you know this before. I have taken the class to you. Correct?
No, I'm just telling based on basic common sense, not about the class.
That's it. Then I will ask you why you forget the old class. Okay, leave it. Just I'm joking. That's fine. Okay. What you are telling, Vikram? Go ahead.
No, ideally we'll be having access only for the public subnet, but we don't public IP, but we are trying to pinging the private IP. That's what I understand.
Correct. First of all, what we are doing is we are trying to enter to some other's network. Correct. That is the first point that you need to understand here. This is a Sundar who is a guy who is outside. Correct. Who is outside. That means who is in the internet. Correct.
Yes.
Sundar is in the internet IP. So what is my internet IP here? The IP here would be, my IP here would be, my IP. My IP is nothing but this one, right? So my network will be having like this. Oh, for example, 192 or 10 dot something, right? I am not at all there in this network IP address, correct? But when I'm trying to access this one, so it should not be allowing, correct? Which is logical. So what I need to do here is, I need to first of all make this public subnet as the, I need to just use the public IP first of all for this. I need to assign this EC2 server with some public IP. PUB LIC, public IP. That is the networking concept. Here this kind of IP is called elastic IP. So you have to assign one elastic IP to this EC2 machine so that you can allow that machine to access from the outside world. Understood? So what we need to do here is, first of all, for this public instance, we need to assign an elastic IP for that. What is this elastic IP? So I am just assigning the elastic IP for the particular instance. Okay. So allocate the new IP address. Okay, which is allocated. So the maximum account is reached. So what I need to do is, I need to free one of this. So I'm just going to free one of this, any one of this. So private IP address is there, right? So I'm just going to free this one, which is not required for me. So the network ID interface is there, or I think nothing is here. So just I can free it. Maybe 42, yeah. Maybe I will just free this. So action, or I can just allocate to the new one. So it is already associated with some instance. So I am just going to just deselect it. So deassociate this address. So I have deassociated this address, and now I am just going to associate this address to whom? I am just going to associate this address with
Public subnet of Shiva. Demo Shiva public.
VPC Shiva, yeah, yes, exactly. So demo Shiva, VPC Shiva public. VPC Shiva public. Where is it? It's not there. Yes. And the private IP is this one. So I am just assigning it. Reassociate, allow the elastic IP to be reassociated already if it is attached. Fine. Now I have associated it. Now what we will do is we will just go and check the EC2 instance. So now you see the DNS name is there and public. So now it became as a normal instance. So what we can do here is, first of all, it is pingable and it is reachable. You see, we have entered to this server, correct? We have entered to this server. Okay. So now from this server is reachable. Even though if you are assigning any public IP to this private subnet, which is not at all possible, Sundar cannot directly access this machine. Sundar can always access through this machine to this machine. Understand? Let's see now. Wait. So first of all, I will just make it. So this one. So the security wizard as a normal wizard. So okay. So now the private instance. So let me check the private instance also. Okay. So okay. Now if you see my private instance too. So let us try to connect my private instance. So it will not be working for sure. You see, it is not there. And let's try to ping this one. We will do two things. So I am just trying to ping this inside my public server. You see, it is getting pinged. Now we will try to do Sundar is trying to do from outside this VPC. You see the difference here. It's getting timeout here, and it is getting pinged here. So this is an example. If Sundar is accessing from this place to this place, it is connection timeout. Okay. So it is connection timeout. If Sundar is accessing from this place to this place, the connection is there. So I have Sundar entered to this machine, which is he entered to that VPC, and he is trying to access it. So which is normal. So the traffic will be allowed only when it is coming from your public subnet inside your company. So that will be the setup in your AWS. Understand this now? This is how the VPC setup works. So I just want to demonstrate you, if you are trying to access your servers which is outside your VPC, will not be possible. Inside the VPC will be possible. Understand or not understanding it?
Yes, Sundar, I got one doubt here. So for
observe this video very good, and you have to again repeat it. Yes.
okay, sir. Sundar, usually, I mean, like, if this is the case, will there be only one, the VPC public for each organization, or it will be multiple of them? Because it is just routing the outside traffic to the, your internal private subnet, right? Organization's
See,
private.
you can have multiple VPCs for your companies. Okay.
Okay.
So again, it's the same concept of, for example, in my company is Leica. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Leica Mobiles and Plintron India. So this are both two companies are same owners. Okay. But what is happening is Plintron India is doing the R&D research and development for Leica. Both are two different entities. So it will be there in the two different VPCs.
Mm-hmm.
And one more thing here is, I have an office in Chennai and I have an office in Bangalore.
Mm-hmm.
This Chennai office is in a separate VPC and the Bangalore office is in a separate VPC.
Okay.
Inside the same company itself. So if you want to just open the traffic from one VPC to other VPC, it will be going behind the firewall.
Okay.
It's a concept of networking. You don't have to bother about it. Leave it.
Okay, sir.
I got a doubt here.
Mm-hmm.
See, how have you access from the public subnet? You have created a elastic IP, and then we have created a public IP to access it from the outsider. So is it not possible from the for the private subnet to create the same way? Like Creating elastic IP and public, creating a public.
Very good question. Okay, I will show you. It is possible. Let's try now. Let's try now. You have to tell logically it should be possible or not.
Logically, it should be possible.
Logically, it should not be possible, even though if I am creating a public IP. Can you just allow directly to enter your application server somebody else?
Yes, Sundar, but no, I just want to know. Yeah, it's not supposed. You are not supposed to be like allowing anyone to access it.
So logically, no, but technically, you can create your public IP. You can assign your public IP, but still you cannot enter. Let us see. So I'm just going to assign an IP, public IP, one of my public elastic IP to this machine. Let's see. So this one. So I'm just going to associate this address to whom? Associate this address to private guy. So Shiva private. This server I am just putting it, and you see this is my IP, and allow this. So I'm just making it as a public IP. Now I'm just associating it, and the association is success. Now I'm just going back. Services EC2. Running. Okay. So now I'm just trying to connect it from the outside world. You see, yeah, it will be there. The public DNS, everything will be there, but we will see. Now I'm outsider, right? I'm just trying to ping it, trying to connect it. What it is telling? Even though if you are assigning a public IP to my private instance, it will not, because since you have not logged into your VPC, even you cannot even ping it. You can just try to ping this DNS, public DNS. You cannot log in.
Okay.
Ping will be connection timeout. But the DNS is working. It is checking the DNS name. You see, but
okay.
Still it is timeout. Understand? So
yes,
this is how the VPC really is powerful. But to create this VPC, if you are a network engineer, CCNA engineer, it takes weeks and days to do that. But Amazon gives in a piece of cake to you.
Sundar, can you just show us where exactly the NAT gateway comes into picture?
I cannot show that. So NAT gateway will be internally used.
Okay.
Inside my VPC, if you see here, inside my VPC, it will be used. See, NAT gateway, you can ask where is this a NAT gateway, right? Yeah, I will show you where the NAT gateway is running. It will be running as one of your EC2 instance. You know, you see, this is my NAT gateway.
Okay.
So this is my NAT gateway. NAT VPC. NAT VPC. What is that? Shiva. This is a gateway that which will be used for you to just, you see, the NAT gateway is also the, what is that? It's not a private. NAT gateway is also not a private. Sorry, it's not a public one. It's a private. So which is again, it's a conservative.
Okay.
Okay. So, but what you can do is while you're creating VPC itself, you can just buy the NAT gateway also, which is possible. But since we are not going to pay money, we are not buying the NAT gateway. But normally in companies, they will be having, they can just buy the NAT gateway from Amazon itself. So what is the goal of the NAT gateway? I have already told you, right? So internally, it allows you to talk. Okay, you see here in VPC, okay, internally it allows you to talk with the two subnets. The public and the private subnets is going to be talked to each other by using public and the NAT gateway, which is nothing but network address translator. So what is the main goal of that network address translator is nothing but, just a moment, I will show you. You see, so now this is what the NAT gateway is. Okay, what it does is the public address Okay, the public address, IP address of your company should not go out to the private subnet, and it should not go out to your internet. So you just translate this network address and give it to you. And again, this also from here public also, it should not know what is that. So this both the translation will be happening in the network address get translator. Okay. If you don't have, if you are not using this Amazon Web Services, just a moment. அது திறந்திருக்கான்னு நான் ஏசி போட்டிருக்கேன், அதனால தான் ஏசி வரலையா? So that is the main reason. What is that? Okay. So that's the main reason. The Amazon VPC is very powerful than doing the things manually. Understood?
Yes, Sundar. Understood.
Okay. So if this is understandable, then I am going to go to the very big topic called auto scaling and the clustering, which your heads are going to round. Or you want to first make this VPC and come to me?
I'm good, Sundar. Like we'll wait for others to comment.
Yeah, you know this before. Yeah, I have teach the VP clustering and auto scaling to you, right, Vikram?
Yes, Sundar.
Okay. Okay. In the meantime, what we will do is, so I will not teach more than this in Chef. Okay, sorry, in VPC. Okay, so I let you to just come back after creating a VPC. Maybe what we can do is, no, if I want to do something, okay, tomorrow what you want me to, sorry, what I want you to do is something called Chef, K-N-I-F-E, knife, sorry, it's not knife, kitchen, K-I-T-C-H-E-N, kitchen, okay, just see what is kitchen, Chef kitchen, and come back to me. You know, anybody has seen Chef kitchen till now, this concept? This is also one of the Chef components. Sorry?
Test environment to run our cookbooks locally.
Exactly. So we are going to create this environment called Chef Kitchen, and we are going to test our cookbooks locally by using this Chef Kitchen. Okay. So this is other concept that I want to teach you, but still, this will also take 45 minutes time. So that is what. So I am just tired. So I don't want to cancel the class. That's the reason I have started the class today. But maybe tomorrow I will be fresh, and I'm having holiday. So maybe what we can do is tomorrow, maybe we can start it around 8 o'clock is also fine. But before 8 o'clock, if possible, I will just ping you guys. Okay, everybody are there in the WhatsApp group, right? So before half an hour also, if we want, we can just start the class. Okay. So just tomorrow, just see the WhatsApp message. Okay, if possible, we will start before half an hour.
Sundar,
okay, and yeah,
Mahendra here, Sundar. So we'll be covering these environments roles assignment also tomorrow in Chef.
Yes.
Okay, Sundar.
Yes. So because I just want to make yourself to prepare for the interview, so that's the reason I'm just going quick. Okay, for other topics. So now if we can just cope up with 1 or 2 topics more also in the same time. So that's the reason. Fine. So what we are going to do here is, yeah, tomorrow, before you come, try to do the Chef Kitchen and try to see how it works. Okay, and if it is works, that's great. And don't try to do that in workstation, Chef AWS workstation. Okay, try to do that in your Windows. And it needs Vagrant. Okay, it needs Vagrant. Yeah, it needs Vagrant. So try to install Vagrant and try to do the things in both. First, try to do with what is that? AWS instance, and try to also do in your local Windows machine also. Okay. So this is the exercise. So 2 things: EC2 and this Chef Kitchen. You try it and come back to me. Did you try it, Mr. Kiran, before?
No, Sundar. So I just had a look. So I don't have Vagrant. So I have to create.
You don't have to, what is it?
Vagrant.
Okay. Yeah, okay. Got it. So
So that
before
quick
Vagrant,
question.
you need to think, yeah, go ahead.
No, I was just wondering how many topics are we going to cover, or how many more concepts are we covering? Are we going to Lambda, S3? These are things I read. I just want to know how much more topics are we going to cover in AWS?
S3, yes, and Lambda, we are going to touch Lambda, and we are going to touch about IAM service, and we are going to touch about RDS and the CloudFront and Route 53, okay, and yes, Lambda too, but we are not going to see more on Lambda part and all, okay, and yeah, that's it. So these are all the
CloudWatch?
part. Yeah, CloudWatch, of course, CloudWatch, yes.
Okay. All right. I just want to know how many more classes are we looking at and what topics are left.
Yeah, so auto clustering and the clustering part will be there already. Auto, what is that? Auto scaling and the clustering. It is called load balancing, ELB services. Yes, it is called ELB, auto load balancing. Okay, guys, fine. So we will meet tomorrow and we will try to cover. Thank you. Bye.